Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Crash Bandicoot, the N.sane trilogy. Lost Island, we are getting there slowly but surely. Heavy machinery is our next stage on the list. The first and the third island, last time we beat Koala Kong, and the second Hog stage, which wasn't a problem whatsoever like I predicted. I was kind of scared that it was going to be immensely difficult, but it really wasn't. And this stage isn't too much of a problem either, I don't think. I think this is a pretty easy stage, all things considered, especially for this late in the game. This was also one of the first stages to be showcased in promotional material for the... To be honest, I can't recall too much, but I think it was. Oh, there's also a Brio stage here. I'm gonna have to do both, of course, because I do think you can get a gem here immediately. And it might look like I'm doing very good, because this is so late in the game, and the stage has gotta be difficult, and it's just blazing through it. Somehow this is a pretty easy stage this late in the game. It almost feels like it was supposed to be earlier in the game, and I died. And then they decided, actually, let's change it. Can I not touch those things? Is that it? I'm just going to go on the assumption that I can't touch them whatsoever. I think that's gonna make my life the easiest. I mean, like, no, you can touch the... You can't touch those, even when you jump on top of them, apparently. I remember everything in my life wrong, apparently. Well then, let's take this stage very, very cautiously, because apparently you can't touch anything in here. You can, by the way, touch the blue pipes. The red pipes kill you. Figured that would have been obvious, because, again, basic game design. But felt like mentioning it anyway. The one thing I love about the remake, by the way, is that even in Crash Bandicoot... How? Okay, scrap everything I've said about this being an easy stage. It's fucking difficult, apparently. Is that the little bouncy boxes? Not these ones, but the ones with fruits in them. In the original game, and I think also the second game, they contain 10 WUMPA fruits and you got one every time you jumped on it. Starting from the third game, they have 10 WUMPA fruits, but you get 2 every time you jump on them. Meaning you only have to jump 5 times. Which speeds up gameplay significantly and it just makes it feel a lot better. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can even physically say 2 WUMPA fruits, leaving the crate at any time when I hit it. I don't know why I'm talking about this, but it's just a little thing that I really do appreciate. I can jump under him. It doesn't look like you can, but you definitely can, apparently. Okay, that was kind of unnerving, those jumps. But I think that's the most difficult part of the stage. Well, it's probably not the most difficult because it's the first part, but it's a rather difficult part of the stage. I'm a god. Holy shit, how did I fucking make that? Second torn-up token. I'm doing some really, like, pro level plays here, and I'm kind of proud of how smoothly this is going, and most of it's just luck. I want to make sure you guys understand that. Okay, bonus stage. There's 86 boxes? Just 19 in the bonus stage. That's not good for me. 3. I thought that was 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a pretty difficult bonus stage, to be honest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, made it the first time. It does give you a shit ton of WUMPA fruit though. Holy shit, 111. Maybe it looks more difficult than it actually is. Because thinking back about it, it wasn't that difficult, really. It's intimidating, not difficult. I think that's the best way to explain it. You can really use this this mask you got right here for me. Thank you. I don't even need him. I thought I might like need that dude. Nope. I think that was the original design philosophy there that you need. Whoa. Oh, I thought that was gonna hurt me. Apparently it doesn't. It really looks like it's gonna hurt you, doesn't it? Not to me, it does. I still need 2 Brio tokens. That means that this stage is gonna be very long. Oh yeah, this part. I remember when I said this stage was relatively easy. I think what I meant with that is I missed a Brio token. Where? I think what I meant with easy is that the jumps themselves aren't particularly easy, but they're pretty straightforward. It's not hard to find out what you have to do, but you just have to be able to do it. So this one is less about knowing, well, it's always a little bit about knowing what to do, but this one is less so about knowing what to do and more so about being able to do it. I'm still pissed that I didn't get that Brio token, because that means I'm going to have to replay this stage at some point. I missed a lot of boxes as well. Like 33. There's probably not going to be 33 in that Brio stage, is there? I'd imagine there's only, I don't know, 20? I feel like I missed a section somewhere. Pretty big one as well. Well, it doesn't matter now. Let's get continuing, going on. I want to say 2 things at once. It didn't work out. To the next stage, which is CORTEX Power. This one is a bitch to get the gem on, because there's split paths and there's boxes in both paths, and sometimes there isn't. I accidentally entered heavy machinery again somehow, even though the game showed me the name tag CORTEX Power. What you doing to me, game? What you doing to me? So what I did is I accidentally pressed X in the like 1 or 2 frames that I was still on heavy machinery, but the game doesn't think you'll ever do that, so it automatically displays the next stage coming up, but it doesn't count you as being on that stage select yet. It's confusing. This is a difficult stage though. Really is. I mean, it's gonna get difficult. You see split paths. Oh, there's a box here. How fun. Well, let's go see if there's boxes here as well, I think. There actually isn't in this case, wow. In that case, I'm gonna go right because I feel like there's gonna be more boxes here. One thing I must say, and I've said this ever since I saw the first trailer for the remaster, or remake even, actually. Especially in this stage, it's very obvious. The developers love themselves a good amount of glow. Especially with these green parts, it's painfully obvious. I'm gonna go left with this one. And that seems to have been a wise choice. I don't know if I'm going to get the box gem, because you never know if you have all the gems. All the boxes, I mean, in this. Ah, that immediately took down one of my masks as well, so I can't get invincibility easily again. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure that I'm not gonna get the gem, because I'm not gonna go back on every single path to just check if there was maybe a box. You see, there was supposed to be 2 boxes before and after that. Of course I didn't toggle the switch because I wasn't in the right pathway. Okay, so without invincibility, this part of the stage becomes a little bit more difficult. There's a life there? I didn't get that before, or did that just turn up out of nowhere? You see these fucking jumps? They're actually kind of insane. And very, very precise. So I am fully expecting you guys to applaud me when I finish this. Not even when I get any box gems or stuff like that. I just want applause when I finish the stage. Well, there we go. I didn't know it was that short. I literally missed 19 boxes, which is about half the boxes in the stage. Am I gonna go back for the boxes here? Well, since I'm not 100% of the game, most likely anyway, there's a good chance that I will never set foot in this stage again. Because it is actually hell on earth. And I think we all know what's coming up soon. Oh, wait a second, there's like a couple more stages. Never mind. I thought it was this stage or the next stage, but... Firstly, we've got the generator room, which I think is another stage like the last one. No, it's a very different stage than I thought. And the frame rate of Cortex is as low as it always has been. Oh, wait a second, there's boxes there. There's definitely boxes there. You can't really... I mean, you can see the metal box, admittedly. Shit! I saw the thing starting to move and I was like, he's gonna fall down, isn't he? And then I was like, oh, but I can't jump now. That's the worst part of any, especially platformers, but games in general, when you see you're gonna die and you can't do anything about it. Trial and error, man. Trial and error. I gotta wait for the thing to come back up. I think you could make that diagonal... He falls down way too quickly. I mean, with he, I mean that platform. Apparently that platform is a man. Okay, I must admit I feel... Admit I feel kind of good making those jumps that smoothly. I probably shouldn't feel anything. Yeah, you can definitely make that jump, and I'm going to keep trying to make that jump until I lose all my lives. Because I'm not waiting for that platform to come back up. I'll be damned if I do. I'll give it like 3, maybe 4 tries. Oh, you don't even have to jump for that one. 3 or 4 tries before I give up. I know you can make that jump. It screams, make me. Okay, that sounds really weird. You see I made that jump? Diagonal jumps aren't that difficult. Okay. 3 or 4 is a little bit of an overestimate, because I'm just gonna quit now and wait for the platform to raise back up and then make that jump, knowing that the platform will fall down again really, really quickly. But for time trial purposes, you're probably gonna want to make the diagonal jump. Then again, for time trial purposes, I don't think you need these boxes. There might be some time boxes here though, I don't know. That would be a really shitty thing to do. So that's probably why they are going to do that for the time trial. Oh, that platform also drops if you stand on it too long. That is actually... That might be a crime against humanity, to be honest. Making that... I was distracted by my phone telling me one of my Facebook friends now has an Instagram account. That is an annoyingly tight jump to make. I mean, it's not bad, don't get me wrong. I think this is the issue people... That falls down way too quickly. I think this is the issue people were talking about, where you need momentum to make certain jumps. And from a standstill you just can't make them. I think that's it, because if I just keep on running, I feel like it's way easier to make all of these jumps. That might also be a rhythm thing though, I don't know for sure. I definitely feel like it has something to do with momentum though. Because that can't be just rhythm. I refuse to believe that. Why is there a checkpoint over there? I am deeply confused what's going on here and how I'm supposed to get down there. I mean, it's probably like very good stage design and it's showing you a part where you're about to go and stuff. But it's also confusing me quite a bit. This was the easiest bonus stage in history. What happened with like difficulty curve from the last one? That one was horrible. This one was horribly easy. Do you, like... No, you don't. Okay. I feel justified complaining about the fact that there's literally like... an inch between where the platform is and where those bars are. And there's a kill zone in that little... couple of pixels. I feel justified complaining about that, because that is bullshit. Oh, I just needed to scratch my fucking knee. Give me a break, game. I must admit though, this part of the stage, kinda cool. Ah, now we're here. Even though that whole kill zone thing was bullshit, I do like the way you get down here. And how it looks and how it feels. That's a really tight jump. I think this is almost the end of the stage. This is definitely almost the end of the stage. I thought this was going to be the actual end. There's 3 more boxes. Please give me 3 more boxes to break. It's one of those on-rail segments again with jumping over these fucking... No! I'll be alright. I'll be fine. I'll be totally good and fine and... I'm not mad. Why would you think I'm mad? Okay, now I'm mad! Imagine, next episode or the episode after that, slippery fucking climb. It's gonna be a party. Like, actually. Why can I consistently make those spins? When I'm not thinking about them. And then when I have to think about them, so... The answer is don't think about making that spin and you just will. I mean, if I just do it like this, there you go. Yeah, I made it. I mean, the box is gone. So, by that definition, I made the spin. I might have died. Admittedly, yeah. But I didn't say anything about not dying. You see? Okay. That is actually kind of funny. Like, yeah, you see, I can do this. I'm like a pro, and then I literally just jump into oblivion. That makes me want to play the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. I haven't played that in a long time. I haven't played Skyrim in a long time either, actually. I make like 1 out of 5 times. And now I'll definitely make it because I've got an Aquac. Honestly, in the back of my mind, I was kind of stalling for that because I knew I couldn't consistently make this one for some reason. I don't know why I can't make this one while the others are no problem. And now I can, and I made the jump without any issues whatsoever. But at least I've got the Aku Aku for this part, because I'm probably gonna fuck up here again. Not even! And this one won't hurt me. 3 more boxes. Dude, 3 more boxes. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3 more boxes. I've got a fucking jam. And 3 lives. I think I might have a boss fight coming. It's a color jam. You have to do all of that without dying. It's a color jam. That's so good. So much fun. I love the color jam mechanics. Took the entire stage getting all the boxes without dying. Especially in this brutally difficult game. Oh, oh, it's the yellow one. And immediately after that is the stage for the blue one. What time is it? Time for some time trials, I feel. Let's go back a little bit and do some time trials, won't we? Actually, I think... Did that key unlock anything interesting back here? It might have. I don't think it has. Never mind. Rolling Stones, Hogwarts, Native Fortress. Let's skip that one. Remember that. Up to Creek is difficult too, though. But not nearly as long. Well, let's try getting up to Creek. Time trial. In the next episode, I think it's finally time for the high road. But firstly, let's do this, because we're still in this episode, so let's not bother with thinking about what's coming up next. I will still have to do what we're doing now. That sounds like I'm really smart, but really, it could also sound like I'm really stupid. Because that's kind of obvious. Focus at the task at hand, not about the future. We'll see about the future when, well, when it's the future. I thought I could make that! Apparently you can't. I mean, that much is painfully obvious now. The thing about time trials is I have to concentrate, so my commentary is not going to be as interesting. Not saying my commentary usually is interesting, but it's going to be even less interesting. Especially with these difficult ass levels. It's going to get even worse as time goes along, actually. I'm pretty sure I can't do the time trial on every single level, because Native Fortress is a good example. Time trial there. If I can do the time trial, I can definitely also probably do the colored jam room. Well, not necessarily, because in time trial you don't have to get every single box. Then again, the more difficult boxes you have to go out of your way to get usually are 3-second boxes in time trials, so... Maybe you can say it's related that easily. Fuck if I know. I almost died there. That would have been bad. That would have been horrible. That would have been sad. Because I would have to do the thing again, because I've only done it about 5 million times so far. That's not true, actually. I'm not gonna bother with that thing, because I feel... Sapphire? I'm definitely not getting gold, let alone platinum, but Sapphire is not too strange to hope for, I feel. I also feel like that box was originally one of those makes those easier as well. How about it, Sapphire? It's good enough for me. GGG. I just changed my name, I added another G to it. We're not going to go to Nature Fortress. Maybe next episode I'll try Nature Fortress again, but this episode not so much. We're going to do... Next stage is Ripperoo, so I don't have to do time trial for that. That'd be interesting, time trial for bosses. And then we have Lost City. Fuck. Temple Ruin. Road to Nowhere. Actually, let's try Road to Nowhere time trial. I am interested to see how this will go. I'm either gonna get platinum or nothing. At this point, I'm just picking the stages I feel comfortable doing. That probably was a bad idea. This first jump, I have to make it really quickly. That's the issue. But once I make this jump onto here... Oh, you need to do it the proper way because of the time boxes. Well, let's try it the proper way then. That was way faster than doing it the proper way. The quote-unquote proper way. Because it still is the proper way, but... I mean, the not getting hit way, I mean with proper. In that context at least. So far I'm not doing too shabby, to be honest. I honestly think I'm doing pretty well. I feel like I'm good at the game! Suddenly. I mean, we're getting close to the high road, which will kill that illusion for me, instantly. Because if you think this looks difficult, the high road is this on steroids. And crack cocaine at the same time. Okay, I wasted a little bit of time there. But it's fine, it's totally fine. Just not getting platinum, maybe getting gold. I combined the tactics! Which is actually a really good idea. Just... Okay. How do I slide off when I'm using the D-pad for those parts? I genuinely don't understand. I didn't lose my Aqua mask this time. How am I getting worse as I go along? Because I'm getting sloppy because I feel like I'm so good at the game. Thanks, self, for explaining that to me. Let's use ropes here. It does make it faster, so maybe I will get platinum on this one. I have to be able to get consistent with jumping on the ropes. If I can do that, I think I can get a platinum rather easily on this stage. Because I don't think that's too difficult. Because walking on those ropes is way faster than jumping on the platforms. That being said, these platforms I'm gonna jump. I need to know what to do where. Okay, so how we're gonna do this, right? Second bridge, we also jump. Third bridge, we wait for... We get both the boxes here. Third bridge, we jump. Here we do the rope thing. I think there is an... Like... Are they hooks? I don't know what they are. They look a lot like the hog riding stages, the animals there, so I feel like they are the same. I need to pay attention to the time as well, actually, because I don't know what time it is, and I don't want this to be like a 3-hour episode because I need to get the time trial here, because I don't really need to. You do slide off them a lot if you have any movements. Kind of proud of that one, to be honest. Okay, the time. Yeah, it's about time to give up and end of the episode. So I'm gonna do one more attempt here, and then we're gonna end up the episode. I'm gonna start slowly thanking you guys all so much for watching this episode. If you have enjoyed this episode, which hopefully you have, do not forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with new uploads and support me. Fucked up there. And I'm not dead yet, so this is a little bit awkward. I think I die rather quickly. But I'm doing very good, actually. So yeah, my microphone kind of like fucked up after this point, so I'm doing this post-commentary part a little bit. You might not expect this, but I actually ended up making it, I think, in this very run to the end. And what you might as well not expect is that I was expecting possibly platinum, maybe gold. You'll see what I ended up getting. Of course, it's fairly obvious from that statement that I ended up getting sapphire. But yeah, I wasn't very happy with that because I felt like using the ropes like I'm here is going to save me a bunch of time. Apparently it doesn't, and I don't know why, because as you can see this should be a lot quicker than doing all the difficult jumps and stuff. And here we are at the end of the stage, and you can see I got a sapphire. Well, that's been it for today. Do not forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you have enjoyed the video, which hopefully you have. Until the next time, see you later, bye bye.